Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you again. Hope you're having a good week. It certainly is winter out there. It's nice and cold, but we are still waiting for snow. One of these days, right? Well, boys and girls, we've been reading stories about the Gingerbread Man this week. And Little Mouse and I thought it would be fun to change things around a little bit. Right, Little Mouse? He's going to come and show you something that he's been working on. All right, Little Mouse, it's bigger than you, actually. Are you going to be able to carry? All right. Here, let me help Little Mouse. Do you see he's been doing some arts and crafts work? And he was going to make a gingerbread cookie to show you, but not one you can eat. This one was made out of paper. But do you see, he decided that since we've been reading so many stories called the Gingerbread Man, maybe it would be fun to make a gingerbread girl. So that's what he did. You could make gingerbread shapes at home too if you wanted out of paper, and decorate them with anything you have around the house. Little Mouse used yarn, and well, he found some Google eyes. And these are just little beads and some lacy material, some other fabric that we had at home. So Little Mouse has been busy, and because he made such a beautiful gingerbread girl, today what I would like to do is read you the story of the gingerbread girl. And I'd like you to listen really close because it's going to be a little different than the gingerbread man. So get your ears listening and get ready for a really fun story called The Gingerbread Girl. And Little Mouse has heard it before, but I think he wants to hear it again. It's a good one. So here's the cover of this book right here, The Gingerbread Girl. And of course it has an author, and the author is Lisa Campbell Ernst. And if you look at how she was decorated. She's all full of different candies, and I wonder who made her. Do you think it'll be just like the other story, that the little old woman made her? Well, let's find out with the story of the Gingerbread Girl. Ooh, just looking at this page makes me a little hungry for just a little piece of candy. All right. Now, if you look there, that is the gingerbread boy. But here's how this story starts. You may remember the sad story of the gingerbread boy. He ran away from the lonely old woman who baked him, as well as many other hungry characters. His dash through life was ended in one greedy gulp by a sly fox pretending to help him cross a river. Do you remember that part? This is the story of his younger, wiser sister. All right, of course, we're going to start out again with the little old man and the little old woman. A full year had passed since the lonely old woman and the lonely old man had lost their gingerbread boy to the devious fox. Devious kind of means like sneaky. They were even lonelier than before. Let's bake again, suggested the old man one morning. But what if the same thing happens, cried the old woman. I couldn't bear the loss. Let's make a girl this time and decorate her with candies. Surely a sweet little girl wouldn't run away, answered the man. Do you agree with him that she wouldn't run away? Well, they mixed up the dough, rolled it, and cut it out. They dressed it with as many candies as they could fit, completing the cookie with an amazing hairdo made of licorice whip. "She is sweet," gasped the woman as she slid the cookie sheet into the oven. So there they're doing all their work, putting her in the oven. Oh, and look, do you see how dark it is? I think that's because the gingerbread girl cookie is in the oven, and it's dark in an oven. While the lonely old woman and the lonely old man stood watch by the oven, they talked, remembering their gingerbread boy's short life. He never should have run away. He never should have trusted that fox. As the new cookie baked, her mind woke up and she heard everything. Sweet or not, she thought, things will be different this time. When it was time for the cookie to be done, the old woman carefully, ever so carefully, cracked open the door to peek. See how they're just checking? Bam! Oh my goodness. Out jumped the gingerbread cookie, running towards the door. The little old woman screamed, "Stop, stop!" And the little old man came running, but the cookie was already out the door and headed down the same path that her brother had traveled. "Here we go," whispered the gingerbread girl. The man and the woman chased after her, but she sang, "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." As the gingerbread girl dashed along the path, she came to a group of farmers working in the fields. The aroma of fresh-baked gingerbread caught their attention. "Wait!" the hungry farmers shouted and began to run after the gingerbread girl. She laughed and she called, "Hey, farmers, don't bother. Like my brother, I'm fast. Run all you want, but I've learned from his past. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Oh, see who she comes upon next. Farther down the road, a pig came into view. As the gingerbread girl grew closer, her candy sparkled in the sunlight. The pig squealed with joy and tried to take a bite, but the gingerbread girl was too fast. She leaped over him, singing, "I can leap past Piggy like all of the others. This story will not end like that of my brothers. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." On down the path, she came upon an artist. "A masterpiece, good enough to eat," the artist whispered, and reached out to scoop up the gingerbread girl. With some fancy footwork, the gingerbread girl zipped past, laughing. "I can outrun this artist like I outran the pig. I am one smart cookie, despite this wild wig. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Oh my goodness. You see some animals coming up? Farther along, the gingerbread girl passed a cow with her calf, who mooed happily, "Mama, I want a cookie to go with my milk." But when the cow tried to catch the gingerbread girl, she soon found herself running behind, listening to the gingerbread girl call, "Chase if you want. I'm faster than you, although you have 4 feet and I've only got 2. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Up ahead, a dog walker was crossing the path with 3 dogs. The dogs barked happily, seeing a tasty treat headed their way. But as the gingerbread girl sped past, the group was soon in line with the others, hearing, You're joining the chase, the more the merrier, but no one can stop me, not hound, not terrier. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the Gingerbread Girl. Oh my, look at that. Do you see all the children there? I wonder where they are. Now the path ran right past a school. The children were out for recess and feeling quite hungry. Shouts of "Cookie!" were heard across the playground. The Gingerbread Girl waved to them all as they joined the chase with their teachers. And she sang, "I know that it's snack time and you want a sweet. Come follow along and you'll soon have a treat." I wonder what she means by that. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the Gingerbread Girl. Oh no. I see something that I saw in the other story. Did you see the river? And do you see him? Oh no. Finally, the Gingerbread Girl came to the same river her brother had tried to cross. Who should be waiting for her but that same devious fox? "Hello, my pretty," crooned the fox. "I was a friend of your brother's. It looks like trouble runs in the family. Do let me help you across the river. Just jump onto my tail." The Gingerbread Girl shivered and sang in nearly a whisper, "Do I have your promise for a safe ride to shore? You won't drop me or eat me. That's all I implore." The fox chuckled. "I promise, my sweet little tidbit." And the Gingerbread Girl gingerly climbed on the fox's tail. Oh, now it starts. See that big fluffy tail? Oh, there she is, right on top, just like her brother. The instant the Gingerbread Girl climbed on the fox, he dove into the water, ready for a fabulous feast. "Ooh, the water is so deep. Move to my back," he insisted, thinking this cute cookie was even dumber than her brother. Anyone could tell by looking at her that she was an airhead. Oh my goodness. The Gingerbread Girl did what she was told. "That's a good little girl," the fox said with a snicker. "Oh my, the water is deeper. Now move to my head." Oh my goodness. Let's see how that happened. No sooner had he spoken those words than the Gingerbread Girl leaped to his head, pulling off a strand of her own leathery licorice hair. With the expertise of a ranch hand, she triple looped it around the fox's snout. The snout is his mouth area. So she put it around his snout and tied it off with a half-hitch knot. "You're right," she whispered in the fox's ear. "I am good." The fox snarled and struggled and strained, thrashing about, but the Gingerbread Girl hung on, turning him back towards the crowd. Riding the fox like a bucking bronco, the Gingerbread Girl whizzed past singing, "He'll run and he'll run with a leap and a twirl. Come follow me. I'm the Gingerbread Girl." Oh, now you can see everybody. The awesome crowd followed all the way back to the lonely old woman and the lonely old man's house. The Gingerbread Girl rode into the kitchen, secured the fox, jumped onto the table, and she measured and she mixed with a leap and a twirl, singing, "I'll bake you some more. I'm the Gingerbread Girl." And you can see here, she's helping to make more cookies. The old woman and the man quickly joined in to help, having a hungry, happy houseful to feed. From that moment on, of course, they were never lonely again. And what of the fox? Well, the gingerbread girl was eventually able to teach him some manners, using gingerbread crumbs for treats. Most days you could see them riding across the countryside and hear a small voice drifting in the breeze. We'll run and we'll run with a leap and a twirl. I outfoxed the fox. I'm the gingerbread girl. And that's the end of the story. It wasn't exactly like the other story of the gingerbread man that we read, was it? There was one really big difference. And I think the biggest thing that was different was that at the end of the story, did the fox eat the gingerbread girl cookie? I think I heard you say no, and you're right. Well, I have a little homework for you, something else that'll come out of your packet. And there should be a piece of paper that looks like this. It says Gingerbread Girl, and there are little boxes with numbers on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And what you need to do is cut out and paste these pictures from the story in the order that they happened. So what happened first? What happened second? What happened third? What happened fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh? So we'll get started on that, and then I'll let you work on it at home. So let's think about what happened first in the story. At the very, very beginning of the story, what happened? It was a lot like what happened in the first story. If you look real close, I started coloring one, and it says the gingerbread girl jumped out of the oven. And right away, I thought that was the first thing that happened. So what I'm going to do, I'm not quite done coloring it, but I can always finish that later. I'm going to cut that out, just that piece. And for now, I'm just going to use this piece of paper over here. I have some, oh, I dropped one. Anyway, I have some sticky bits on here. So I'm going to put this in the number 1 spot. So that's the first thing that happened in the story, was that the gingerbread girl jumped out of the oven. But now I have to figure out what would go next door to that. So I can look at my choices. What we have to do is think about who she ran away from first in the story. Did she run away from the dogs first? Did she run away from the old man and the old woman? Did she run away from the children? This is she's riding on the fox's back. This is running away from an artist and running away from the farmers and the pig. So I don't know about you. See what you think. I'm pretty sure that the first people she ran away from was the old woman and the old man. So that can go right next door. That's the number 2 spot. So we're putting the story back together by remembering what happened. Well, I might have to look back on this story. After she ran away from the little old man and the little old woman, do you remember who she ran away from next? Let's see. It was some farmers and a pig. So let's see if that's one of the choices. Here's the ones that are left. And if I look, dogs and artist, right here. She ran away from some farmers and a pig. So I'm going to cut that one out next. And that will go in the number 3 spot. Okay, so I have some more spaces to fill in, but I'm going to let you work on that at home. There is 4 left, running from the children, riding on the fox's back, running away from the dogs, and running away from the artist. So those you can work on at home, and tomorrow I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. But that's today's homework. So before I go, let's remember that rhyme we learned the other day, where we had 5 gingerbread men lying on a tray. But today, let's pretend that they are gingerbread girls lying on a tray. And we can do it even without looking at a picture. We'll just use our hands and body actions to do it. So we're going to, when they lie on the tray, let's slap our legs. And when this can be running, so see if you can copy me with the actions. So we're going to say, 5 little gingerbread girls lying on a tray. One jumped up and ran away, singing, catch me, catch me, catch me if you can. You can't catch me. We have to change it. I'm the gingerbread girl. 4 little gingerbread girls lying on a tray. One jumped up and ran away, singing, catch me, catch me, catch me if you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl. All right, that's down to 3. 3 little gingerbread girls lying on a tray. One jumped up and ran away, singing, catch me, catch me, catch me if you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl. So now we're down to 2. 2 little gingerbread girls lying on a tray. One jumped up and ran away, singing, catch me, catch me, catch me if you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl. 1 little gingerbread girl lying on a tray. She jumped up and ran away, singing, catch me, catch me, catch me if you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl. And now there's 0 little gingerbread girls lying on the tray. Well, I hope you like the story of the gingerbread girl. We'll read about a different kind of a gingerbread tomorrow again, and I'll show you how my cutting and pasting activity turned out, and you can work on yours too. All right. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Bye, friends. See you soon.